Hello all, and welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribelite, Some Dumb American, and the joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Rejekt PPC and the one-ton hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I'm your host for this evening, One Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Rejekt.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am TheLuckyPoptart.
Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep Tock.
I'm Prospero.
And I'm Delahazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions, and special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Let's be xenophobic. It's really in this year. Let's find a nasty, slimy, ugly alien to fear. There's no more cutesy stories about E.T. phoning home. Let's learn to love our neighbors like the Christians learned in Rome. We know we ought to hate them. They're different, you see. We've seen they're mean and ugly on movies and TV. The folks that ought to know have told us how it's got to be. The gospel truth is found in scenes from Alien and V. Let's wipe out any life form that seems to be a threat. We'll serve them up a genocide they never will forget. 'Cause if we miss a couple, they'll breed a couple more. And soon we'll all be hating twice as many as before. You see, aliens can never be as good as humankind. A more delightful race than us you'll never ever find. So step aside, you star slime, we're ready for your worst. We know you want to beat us, enslave us and defeat us, oppress us and browbeat us unless we get you first.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the zoo. I'm your Zookeeper for tonight, Inquisitor, and minions joining me is Mr. Adam and JenTMaxi. Hello. Mm-hmm. Oh, we were. It was a great time. Yeah, she was in the chat, man. You even acknowledged her. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. It's TMZ. TMZ. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I say the Polaroids. Yeah. But make sure that you don't leave the Polaroids where people can find them either. You know. Just saying. Oh, is it? Oh my god, it happened again. Yeah, man. It's whenever any of these things get changed, it fucking... There we go. Wait, hold on. It's still not... Why isn't it coming through? What the fuck? Wait, there it goes now. Oh my god.
There.
I hate OBS and I hate Windows about having to be, you know, the fucking default shit, you know, changing your default like output audios and input audios and all sorts of shit like that. Every single fucking time you reboot the goddamn machine.
It's Discord too. I find Discord does it too. Like sometimes when I would stream with OBS and Discord would just change the settings, or all of a sudden what was good yesterday just doesn't work today.
Yeah,
you know,
it does that with my audio stuff too.
You know, like it'll work fine for a whole week, and then for no fucking reason you're just okay. I don't want to work. But yeah, that was kind of an awkward story anyway. So I don't know. I don't think I want to rehash that one since I was conveniently muted.
Yes, yeah, that's fine.
You know, like, it's not that I mind talking about that kind of stuff, but yeah, because Mycroft was definitely trying to get you drugged, Mr. Adam. I don't know why, but he just he decided for some reason that you could handle more booze than you should.
Wait, was that what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was the one that was donating to get us to drink more.
Who? Okay, so who's getting that money?
Weebo.
Weebo.
Weebo's getting that money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got a shot out of it.
All right, so Weebo owes me some fundage out of this. I think. I mean,
well, you got booze.
You got the sake out of the sake.
Well, hold on. What am I? Some like entertaining monkey over here? Like, am I having a vest on and a little fez, and then I'm gonna be dancing to the accordion over here? Come on, Weebo. I think you owe money here, sweetheart.
That's what we do every time we come on YouTube, man. Yeah.
You know what? She didn't even give me pizza. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, she did. She gave you pizza and she gave you booze.
She gave you a charcoal pill, which I conveniently convinced you to take.
Oh god, yeah, no, hell no. What the hell was that? What was that? That was weird. That was weird.
That was so funny too. I'm like, so what if that booze was made out of onions, and I'm just saving you from the onion booze?
Can't know, yeah. Okay, yeah, that was all coming back to me. You know what? You know what? Fucking Weebo scares the shit out of me. Yeah.
You gotta understand that women are used to, well, not just women, but I don't even have a child yet, but I remember all the tricks that my parents used to get me to take shit. And I absolutely remember how to use those tricks on other people. So I'm like, if I think you need something medically, I will convince you to take it. Because you did, I don't know that you, how many shots did you guys take? Like 5?
I think I did at least 3.
Listen, unless I'm standing next to Sanguine, you're not going to be able to get an accurate count on how much booze could one digest. Because
also, I was a little. I was a
unless
little
it's Sanguine,
Yeah.
I'm a tank.
But then I also kind of thought.
He does drink a lot. You drink way more than I do.
But then I was also thinking, well, you know, he probably also had some pot too, like either before or after.
No, I came in without pot.
Well, good for you. Good for you. You didn't mix the two.
No, I was pissed off because I was like, shit, I would have packed a joint. I didn't know what the. Hold on. Okay, here's how it started. It was Evie sent me a message and was like, hey, do you want to go to brunch? And I was like, yeah, I want to see you. She's like, yeah, we're gonna go to brunch. I'm out by O'Hare, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you know, I'm in Schaumburg area, so maybe around Woodfield would be nice. And all of a sudden she's like, yeah, no, we're gonna go to this place called Blossom Cafe. Oh, Weibo recommends it. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? I didn't want to see Weibo. What the hell? And then all of a sudden it's yeah, there we are. We're on that side of O'Hare. It's the close to the lake.
Weibo was great though. You gotta admit.
I know. I'm just giving shit.
She's adorable. I you know what? I was so happy last week because she finally followed me because I have been hanging out with them in Eve's chat, and I'm glad you finally joined because that's where you'll find most of us half the time. But
Wait,
in Eve's Discord.
Well, I'm not gonna. I accept that I'm still in Eve's. Hey, I love you, Evie, but I'm still at the gate. I'm not gonna accept. I'm probably not gonna.
He doesn't want to join your dungeon, which is sad. I'm sure Caleb will be disappointed in not having a brethren.
if
well, you know,
and accept the Discord channel, then all of a sudden be accepted. I don't know.
I feel like I'm gonna get my ass.
To bring up something that happened before the stream, Adam left a Discord over Mario Party, so you know I'm
oh
not
yeah,
all
don't get me started. Don't get me started. Fucking Mario Party. And you know what? That Mario Party game that we played, that is prime example of why nobody should be playing Mario Party. I mean, it's adorable. Adorable?
Someday the gates of Canada will reopen. Technically they are, but I mean, I'm not going to cross the border. I'm sorry. Someday I will cross the border, but unfortunately I can't do that and not get sent to jail because I don't have a current passport. And if my police check the last time I applied for a pot store is anything like it, it took me 9 months to get them to finish that. And I'm like, I'm as easy a person to find. I haven't done shit. I think that's the problem is they were looking so hard to find something on me that they were like, oh, she is way too nice. I've never even driven a car, so there's that.
Wait, you don't drive cars?
I don't have my license, so no. I lived near everywhere that I worked, so I walked. It was cheaper than buying a car. I wanted to buy a little bit better apartment so I wasn't in like the shittiest neighborhood. Like I was still in a poor neighborhood, but the neighborhood was still upgraded enough that I felt safe. And it was just not logical to spend money on a car at the time when walk was like 20 minutes to work.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, where Weibo was living at, you could probably walk around and get to where you need to go. But,
it's just economically speaking, it made more sense. And I worked at a grocery store, so I didn't need a car for that either because like I live single. I was single, boys, for 8 years. Still am single actually, but living by myself. for 8 years. So like I was only buying groceries for myself. So yeah, I could carry that home after work. Didn't need a car. So I think in terms of like hippiness, I'm probably beating the hippies, and I support the oil companies. Because I made trays for the oil companies. Their tanking on the oil companies meant that I had less hours, so I wasn't getting full-time hours, so I was making like, you know, probably about $300 less a month because of those assholes. Yeah, trickle-down economics does kind of happen a little bit. It's not exactly the way they say. It's not. They exaggerated it. Those assholes really do exaggerate shit. But, yeah, big businesses pay for a lot of things. And that creates a lot more work for people.
I mean, it's sad but true, yeah. They have the money. They have the power. They have the sugar. Yep.
Good businesses treat their staff well. Like, so my mom used to be a corporate secretary for Encana. And that's a really big oil company up here. There was a really big stink a couple years ago because they moved their head office to the US. Because the taxes up here were stupid. The carbon tax and everything else. So, yeah, well, we'll just go down to Texas. We'll go to the American oil capital and do our business there. But she, yeah, I miss those times. So, yeah, I would go to visit her probably once or twice a month during the summer when I'd had time. And so I'd go up to see her office, and you'd go through the hallways, and you'd see the little places where they could get their lunch, you know, their little kitchenettes, and they had, you know, everything stocked free. You know, you'd go to see their staff meeting hall. It looked like the kind of stuff you would see on TV. Super nice. You know, they would get freebies for movies. They'd get freebies for game passes, you know, for sports teams. They could get, they got, you know, all my medical expenses for glasses, dental, all that shit, all that stuff was always paid for up until I was 23. So, like, it goes a long way. All that stuff gets paid for. That stuff isn't just stuff that the company has. That stuff gets paid for. So, like, if you have a staff meeting, you're gonna supply food for about anywhere from 10 people to, say you do a floor staff, that could be 50 people to 100 people. So you're paying for trays for that many people. So for a grocery store or a place that makes trays, they're making about a couple $1,000 making those. That's a lot of money for that store. That is a lot of money for the staff. That's just one thing, you know, like that doesn't include visits, like when people have to go places. You know, they pay for hotels, they pay for the driving, they pay for the vehicles, they pay for the gas. You know, they pay for all that stuff. So I would say right now, my town is still kind of half a ghost town because of it. Like 30% of our downtown core is gone because of shitty NDP and shitty Trudeau and shitty walk. Sorry.
Shitty walk.
Shitty walk!
You goddamn Mongolian.
Shitty Mongolians. Should have built a better wall. I kind of thought I thought a wall of ocean would work better, but you know, apparently that wasn't enough. But on the other hand, I have my mom half convinced that Trudeau's dad is probably not Pierre. And that's a victory for me. I mean, honestly, it shouldn't be that hard to convince her for the rest of it, because I honestly pulled up a couple pictures I didn't expect to find of one of Daddy Pierre with all three of his sons, and two of his sons look like him. One of his sons is oddly out. And then I pulled up some current pictures, and I'm like, they look more like cousins than siblings. Something doesn't seem like the others. I'm at war. I don't know if you guys are impressed, but I'm at war.
With what, the Canadian government?
Yes.
I was gonna say, well, you can ask the McNamara brothers about how well that went for them.
Yeah, they got hung. But as long as I do it legally and politically, I'm fine. I know they want to put us in jail for making fun of my prime minister, but oh, that was stuff I saw earlier. Yeah, there are people following him on his trail right now while he's on his election run. Somebody threw rocks at him today, like little pebbles. Ran up to him while he was getting onto his bus, threw rocks at his head, and then I fled. I'm like, don't do that, guys. I know you don't like him. Instead of rocks, fling words, because those irritate him too. The minute you start attacking the prime minister, that's kinda, you're gonna go to jail. But apparently they were fine with that. They're like, I'm willing to go to jail for this.
Are you talking about Trodu?
Trodu. Somebody threw rocks at my prime minister.
I think they should take a page from the, I think it was the French that were spraying feces at the building. And I think that would be a proper response. You know what? When Trodu comes out with his bus entourage, you know, as soon as he steps out and hey, I'm Justin Trudeau. Yeah, don't spray him with a fucking fire hose. Get it.
What they should do is they should take some of those cheap masks that people throw out, those one-time use masks, and then they should fill them with crap, like random crap. It doesn't have to be necessarily poo, just random smelly, stinky, gross shit, and then fling those at them, because that's what he's running on his election for anyway. He wants a coof passport. So let's make some coof bombs.
I'll say, you're talking about that. The major thing going on for that though is Australia. Australia is getting hammered with some absolutely draconian shit right now.
They're doing it. That's the scary thing. He wants to have permission to do it, and that's what we're fighting against. Like he wants a majority government, because right now he has a minority government, so he can't push everything. And
those videos of the people delivering the food packages to the makeshift camps for people. Like how do these people fucking even accept this? I don't understand this. This boggles my mind.
Well, there's been a truck driver strike in Australia.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, no Sydney supermarket has like anything.
That's how you get civil unrest. Like legit, I was talking about that earlier too. Like the minute you start starving people, the minute people can't take care of themselves properly, that's when they stop thinking of each other as human beings. I'm saying that this has historically been a thing for ages. I'm not just talking about Russia. I'm not just talking about, Ukraine. I'm not just talking, like, when people are desperate, they do desperate things to take care of themselves. And right now, if you do that to your population, Australia, the only thing your population is going to do is they're going to see you as the enemy. Because you are. You don't need to do that. You don't have the numbers to be all like about. Like, seriously, this is a control thing. And honestly, that's the last thing you guys should be doing right now. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now that's kind of a lot more scary than just the COVID. Really a lot more scary than the COVID.
I think when the COVID stuff started and people were complacent with it, I think that was a big indicator that, look, you're either gonna comply with the nonsense they're saying or not. I recently yesterday, yeah. I was having brunch with the beautiful Evie and
Still jelly?
wonderful Weeba. That's so weird. Like, I don't know her real name. I spent a full day, and I still don't know her name. But this Weeba and then Evie's delightful partner there. We all had a brunch,
Hello.
and then right after the brunch, I was standing out there. I was like, all right, now, we just paid our bill, waiting for everybody to get back up and walk out, and they all had their masks on. And then Evie's like, yeah, you gotta, sometimes some of the places aren't, they give a fuss if you don't have your mask on when you're walking. I'm sitting there like, dude, but we're walking right outside. Like, what are you gonna do? Kick me out? Like, I'm gonna leave. What the fuck? It's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's all fucking nonsense. And if you are not looking at that and seeing that, I don't know what to tell you.
I think it's something like I saw, and I'm not sure what country it was in because it was a foreign language when they were translating it. But the police were coming in with the intentions of punishing people that they thought were not wearing masks or not following the rules, and the public turned on them. The whole public turned on them. And the thing is the police had to run off because everybody in that mall turned on them. And the fact of the matter is, if people are really tired of those, that's what we actually have to do. When you see the police doing this kind of stuff, you actually have to, don't necessarily attack them. Don't do that. That's actually a bad thing. They're doing their jobs too. But just stand up. And if a whole room of people is standing up against a bunch of people like that, they're going to stop and retreat because clearly the public is saying no. The public can do that. We can, in fact, do that. We can, in fact, stand up as a public, as the whole of the public, and say, no, we are done with this. You need to stop doing this. It's just it hasn't been that extreme up here. It hasn't. I'm trying to do my best to prevent the people that I think are going to take it that far from taking it that far. There are too many people already up here who have already taken things a little too far. I'm not going to go as extreme as Australia. So I highly recommend that people watch out for that stuff. Like I said, don't do anything illegal. Don't attack police officers because that's the worst thing you can do. But if you see something in public that looks like complete and utter garbage, as a group speaking up, you can actually change that.
Oh yeah, at the same time, it's like, don't let it get to Australia times.
No!
Like, holy shit, I can't believe they actually, once they started rolling up these buildings, I'm surprised that, they have been protests. Like, let's not get beside ourselves. There's been people out there,
fighting, yes,
against it. But
yeah.
This is nonsense, dude. At this point, it's like, you know what, don't damage the police. No, fuck these fucking people.
No.
Like, this is war at this point. We have to fucking fight back.
Yeah. You're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong because they've already set up a tyranny. At best, they're gonna have to figure out what to do. Luckily, Australians aren't stupid. Listen, guys, you can figure out ways to defend yourself. I know that Americans are gonna be like, well, you guys don't have guns. Okay, I hate to break it to you, an engineer can make a gun. They're not.
The Mexica managed to take control of a large swath of land with obsidian. I think you fucking people can go out there and find methods to, again, hey, I'm not gonna say, ooh, you gotta say, no, you know what? I was watching the video of the mall assault, and then there's the French police trying to stop people from going into this mall without the vaccine. If that's the scenario that we're trying to describe, look, I'm saying these French police, any damage done to them, fuck them.
Yep.
Look, these people are against this. Like, you have to understand, This is exactly what we're fucking talking about. This person is there and not doing nothing, and then all of a sudden, the armored police person comes in and starts beating him. What in the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, and they don't care who you are. They're gonna target you. I know that there's some people who think that they have an immunity card because maybe they're a minority or something, but that's only gonna last for so long because you're handing it over right now. It's being handed over. So once they have that card is going to be meaningless. At best, you're going to have to hope that somebody with power actually likes you, or that you have some of your own.
It's just crazy that, I fucking just like old Timmy Pool there. I fucking joined up in the political stance with the fucking Tea Party riots and the going into the war after 9/11, and looking at it now and seeing people sit there like, oh yeah, well, that's you need to stand. Bro, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Like, how did you get? How were you at this point, and then all of a sudden you're okay with this? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know. Who knows?
All I gotta say is I'm grateful for the fact that I've been doing a lot more exercise now. So if the communists land in Canada, I'm gonna head for the hills. I know that guerrilla warfare can only last so long, but trust me when I tell you that Canada has more than just hills. Also, I'll keep putting it out there to the U.S. just so you know, everything that you're looking for in Afghanistan, you can absolutely find up in Canada. We're much nicer people. We're less likely to blow you up.
No, get out of here with your... what was that show that they were trying to push on us the other night?
Leonard Kenny?
Fucking, is that Leonard Kenny?
I don't know. I've
Kenny.
I'm so... you know what? Keep your Canadian shows to yourself, okay? We'll fight our own fight, not ourselves. I want the
Come on, you've watched the Trailer Boys. You like the Trailer Boys.
I love Trailer Boys, but don't. You know what? Don't. I love Trailer Boys.
Right?
Trailer Park Boys.
Trailer Park Boys. They were good. We do have good ones. The problem is our good ones have been silenced because they're comedians. You can't have ha 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 ha.
No, hold on.
No ha 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 ha.
Hold on. The whole time I was watching this, it was like they were taking Norm Macdonald's skit and just trying to expand on it. Like, hey,
it's one of those things where
let's be Norm Macdonald times 20.
I'm always grateful that across the board everyone pretty much likes the Trailer Park Boys. Like, it's kind of across the board that everyone kind of did. So
because there's three distinctive differences. That's because I was looking at this show that they were showing me the other night, and I was like, "Where's Bubbles? There's no Bubbles." And that, I think that was a big part. It was like, because I like the dry humor and the everybody's talking, I guess logic.
Weird Canadian slang.
Yeah, together.
Yeah.
And
you boys remember a show called The Red Green Show?
Of course.
What?
Okay, you don't know it. You should look it up. The guy was funny. He had a tendency to go with the home improvement kind of thing, where he would kind of fix everything up with duct tape. And he had this Canadian rednecks, because we do have rednecks, absolutely we do. We have our hillbillies. And so that's basically what he would do. He would hitch up engines to things with duct tape. It was hilarious. And then he had this nephew who was the nerd character, and yeah, he kind of came across as a bit of a, because he had the glasses for the bubbles, but it was very much a dad joke kind of show. I absolutely don't doubt that Cryptic watched it. I gotta ask him about that. But it's a good show, actually. I would actually recommend that as a Canadian show. But it's not don't expect high quality from it, because it wasn't. It was meant to be dingy. It was meant to be, do you remember a show called the Corner Gas?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, you might not know it then. Yeah, it's another one of those small town things. It's one of those things that across the board, you can present these shows to Americans and still have it come across, because our little towns really aren't too different. At best, the accents might be there. Like we do use quite a number of our really good native actors. Like the guy in the corner gas is amazing. Like he will put on the strongest native accent he can when he acts. And he's just hilarious. Yeah, Kyler knows Red Green. It was clean and funny as heck. Yeah.
Red Green used to play on PBS.
Yeah.
With White Dwarf, or not White Dwarf, Red Dwarf.
Yep. Yeah, it's good. Good classic Canadian shows. Stuff that you don't see anymore. The truth of the matter is, like, I would say back in the 80s and the 90s, across the board, in terms of politics, we made fun of everybody. There was nobody that you didn't make fun of, because both sides were politicians. They were both ridiculous, and it was kind of acknowledged that you were talking about politics, and you were talking about politicians. And these are across the board. It doesn't matter what side you are on. They're there to sell themselves to you. So they're fake as shit. They all are. And it was kind of acknowledged up here that, yeah, you made fun of both sides. And somewhere down the line, that got lost. Probably between Harper and Pretty Boy. He was not. He's so old. Oh gosh, I should share that with you guys later. So the conservative leader who is battling with him for the position of prime minister is Aaron O'Toole, and he's the same age as Justin Trudeau. And when you look at the two, it's just gross. Like I don't know. It's sorry. When somebody's almost in their 60s and they're still trying to push it like they're in their 40s, it's gross to me.
Hey, hold on, no. I'm gonna be 40 or 59 next year. Okay, so
Your age though.
let's be
You don't look anything that old.
well, thank you very much. But in all seriousness, I'm gonna seriousness. See, I'm speaking like a fucking Canuck. You know, I can't do this. How many Canucks and Australians do we have on this fucking server?
We got a lot.
Oh, we invade all the time. It's like I joke about my last channel being Snow Mexican.
Snow Mexican.
Yeah, because it was like, well, for one thing, I took it from The Simpsons. Ralph offered me Snow Mexicans, and then I thought about it and it was like, no, we're a little bit more crafty than the Mexicans because we blend in. It's not that hard for us to figure out how to sound like an American, and now, even though the system is different, once you kind of live there, it's not too hard to figure out how to be American. And honestly, just reading on you is really easy because it's not like you hide your history. You're very proud of your history. Even the shitty shit, you're proud of your history. So honestly, Canadians pull off a fake American very easily.
Yeah, but a smart American would suss out their.
Eventually, yes. Oh, eventually, yes. But it's fun for a Canadian. It's kind of a
Hold
joke.
on, you're not. You sound Minnesotan, but you're not really Minnesotan. Get out of here.
No, there are Canadians who make it a running joke to go and visit the US just to see how long it takes you guys to figure it out. And some people can't do it and some people can't. It's like that's why we have a lot of fun with you, because we have no intentions of like doing anything because you're too handy as an ally to actually do anything, but as a sibling rival, like, you know, as a sibling nation, it's just fun to troll you.
It is like that.
And you're nice people because you take a joke.
Well, no, it's like that little brother that, you know, like, you're sitting there smacking the top of their head, and they're like, "Hey, stop it! We're getting away with it, haha." You know, You know what? That's gotta stop. We need
Oh,
to build a wall.
Build a wall at Canada. Yeah.
To be honest,
And Canada's gonna pay for it.
And
I still
let them patrol them with moose.
God, you know
Moose
what?
and
I
beavers.
wish we had. I
Yes.
wish we had. God, if we'd done that, but we can't because they're crazy. Moose are just crazy. You can't do
That'd be
that.
awesome.
Wouldn't it? Because they're beastly. Like they're like king stags of Maximus proportions, and they're
Yeah, well,
testosterone tanks.
how just do a bunch of Dudley do-rights on mooses. Mooseises. You know, just patrolling the border.
But the thing is those
Keeping
bull
us
moose,
from Canadian.
like a bull moose, like what a bull moose wants to do, you kind of just let it do what it wants to do. That's just the
Oh
rule.
yeah, no yeah.
Like, cause yeah, and be wary of rut season. Look up what that is and make sure that you're wary of it, because your car could look like a babe. Like, you know what? I don't know what it's like with moose, but you know, I don't know what it's like being a horny giant testosterone bull. I don't know.
Rutting
gosh, I
season,
don't-
by the way, is when male equine and deer are on their fertility cycle, so they're super horny as fuck.
Yeah. I don't live in moose region though. I live more in elk region. So honestly, it's different story. Elks are fine. They're just big deer. They do have rutting season too, but yeah, they're not as bad. Keep your distance and then eat them because they taste delicious on your plate with carrots and potatoes.
Wait a minute. So you don't experience the wonderfulness of the frolicking of the deer and elk?
Oh, I like them. But if I'm hungry, I like them on my plate with some carrots and potatoes.
I mean,
That's the
venison is pretty
problem.
delicious.
That's the problem with these communists, is that they don't understand my region of Canada, and we're perfectly capable of going out and hunting. And we're more than capable of being successful. And we're generous people, which means that, like, if we had to, one person could feed their block. Hey. We are not Venezuela.
I'm not gonna lie. Somebody offered me a free deer burger.
Your steak, man.
This
Venison steak
sounds like I'm gonna
is
be
delicious.
writing a letter.
Mr.
Well,
Adam, let me tell you. Mind you, I'd have to pre-warn my mom about the onions thing, which is fine. You can do with the rest.
Shit.
You don't need to use onions. It's fine. You like garlic, right?
Yeah, garlic's pretty good.
Yeah, you just substitute the onion with garlic. I mean, you don't need as much garlic, but yeah. My mom makes a really mean goulash, regardless of what meat she uses. But man, her elk goulash, really good, really really nice.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of glad that I've pushed the front this so many years that yes, Mr. Adam, do not give him onions.
I just think it's funny. Like, I mean, I will run with stuff like that because I think it's funny. But
Well, it's not a joke. I'm not gonna eat fucking onions. No, for serious, I'm not gonna eat onions. Like, if you
It's
give me an onion, I'm gonna eat it.
it's one of those things where I'm kind of a little bit of a trap box when it comes to details about people, because I like to think it shows sincerity. Like, if you've actually talked to me about something and I can't remember at least one thing that you've said, it makes me feel bad. Like, I feel like I've failed as a human being because it's the least amount of respect I can do.
Well,
You know, so I will make jokes about Warhammer. Like yesterday, I made jokes about if Warhammer had whiskey, I would send it to Quiz.
whoa. Okay, hold on. Why are you getting bad mouth whiskey?
I'm not. I'm just saying. My buddy who was trolling you guys with the drinks. His favorite drink is whiskey, so that was basically what I went with.
Wait, who was trolling us with the drink?
Mycroft Holmes, the guy who was like, "I'm gonna get you guys drunk."
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. But his favorite
You
drink.
laugh like it's a nice thing. It's not a nice thing. My liver took a lot of hits on that night.
Yeah,
That's
that's
no more than usual. That's fine.
Well, I mean, no, but
I mean, that's
usually not at the behest of a dude named Minecraft or something or whatever.
You're doing it again. You did it again.
He loved that though. He loved that though. I think he changed his name to that. Minecraft.
Hey, so thank you for your donations. I'm pretty sure Polly, Dub, and or Weebo bought a nice whatever the fuck nonsense shit that they bought with your donations. Congratulations. Fucking good God, I can't believe
they bought a car with that $25.
you paid rent for Weebo's fucking cube of a apartment.
To be fair, I'm just letting you know the only reason he really did that was because he was showing respect to you because he thought that you were handling your booze better.
Oh, I'd take all of it and more. Come at me, bro.
That's basically it. That's why he was calling you based mustache man.
Yeah, well, no, but I passed out after it, so. You know,
yeah, he did.
I fucking knocked out right after.
I was at least trying to convince Weebo to maybe order you guys McDonald's or something afterwards because I was legit trying. Yeah, okay, well there you go. So you got something because I was trying to put in the mind that like get you guys drinking something other than just booze and then not that you guys don't know how to handle a hangover. It's just I worked at a 7-Eleven that was on Booze Avenue. So I handled so many people with hangovers all the time that I had a menu.
Oh, sweetheart, you don't have to worry about that. I'm so roasted on this, and it's not even laughing. I'm waiting for the end, to be honest. let's get there.
No, I'm just like that. I am a worry wart because that's just what I do. That's how I was raised. I'm like my mom more than I like to admit. So. She's like that too. Whenever my brother would bring his friends over, all of my brother's friends were just really skinny dudes. Like they were the string being dudes that just never seemed to gain weight. So my mom, for some reason, just always thought they were starving. So they would come over and she'd just be like automatically, do you guys want something to eat? Do you want a sandwich? Or, we would have leftovers from last night, and leftovers could be anything like goulash or lasagna or spaghetti or oden.
I'm gonna goulash to lasagna.
My mom,
opposite ends of the bell spectrum there, right?
The way it works with my mom is she would, because she worked all the time, she would spend 1 to 2 weekends of the month, either the first or the middle. She would do a cook up for the 2 weeks, and it would all be stuff that was kind of relative. So things like lasagna and spaghetti sauce and meatloaf and meatballs and hamburgers, all that stuff could be made at the same time. Things like stews and goulash and roasts, things like that can be set up at the same time. So my mom would always do that on the weekends, and she would have me and my brother help with some of it.
And then you'd have food for the whole week.
Yeah, and she would freeze it. So it was stuff that would be easy for my dad. Like my dad would come home around 5 or 6, and she would usually, like on months when she was at the office all day, she wouldn't be leaving until 7 o'clock. So she wouldn't get home until 8. So my dad would know at 6:30 to put in the lasagna. It would come out. We were allowed to eat sooner. It was just that way he knew to just put it back in the stove and leave it on heat so it would be warm when my mom got home. And everything was just set up like that so that he could just do that. All he had to do was thaw it, and for spaghetti, all you have to do is make pastas. Like all you have to do is make the pasta. So, yeah, my mom always had food like that. Like she always had something on hand where she could just pull it out. And if my brother, like I said, if my brother had his friends over, sure enough, she was offering them food. I learned from that. Like it was just, when you're around people, you should care about them. Whether to see if their needs are being met, just because you don't know what somebody's home life is like, and you can't judge people. You can't make stuff up. You shouldn't anyway. But if you meet them, treat them like that. My mom's golden. I love my mom. You can't have her. Yeah, I guard her with like everything I have as much as I can, just because yeah, she's old now. But at the same time, though, she's kind of like, fuck you, Trudeau, and that's why I want to convince her that that his dad is not Pierre, because I don't think he is. I really don't. I stand by that. I think that if the Conservatives don't do an inquiry, I want nothing to do with them. Because that shows incompetence to me. Because I think that guy's a traitor. I think he's a liar, and I think he's a traitor. And I think he hasn't told the truth about who he is the entire time. But I love my mom because she treats everybody like gold. I should tell you about what she started doing last year too. So one of the grocery stores that she goes to does a point system where you can save up your points to basically use either for money or you can use it for gas money. Mm-hmm. So what she does is she will save up her points until she's got about $100, and she will pick at least one person a month to donate it to. So she will look for usually an elderly person if she can pick one, or somebody who, like, you know, she's helped out this lady who looked like she was single, had a couple of kids, and you know, she was apologizing for her son because she couldn't get him something, and so she bought their groceries for them so he could get the treat. She'll just do that, you know, and it always surprises people. Like she's actually had the cashiers crying before because they were just like, wait, really? And she just bases it off the fact that, you know, she's worked really hard. She's made a lot of money in her life and she's done really well. She's really proud of herself. But she feels like, you know, her good, the good that came to her is something that she should still share with other people. Sure. So she's a pay it forward kind of person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. Some people are like, that's unrealistic, Jen. Not everyone could be like that. And I'm like, I know. But I feel like if there's some goals in life, that's one I don't mind aspiring to.
Wait, what does this lady do?
My mom?
Oh.
My mom, so say you're the cashier in this scenario. My mom's just paid for her groceries and you know, she's checked out her points, realizes that she's got enough to spend $100 on her next grocery run, and she will look you know, either to the people who might be coming in or to the next cashier over, you know, see if there's anybody about. And she'll look to see if, you know, if it's an elderly person who looks like maybe, you know, they're single or something, or just if she overhears something like the lady who had the kid, she'll just buy their groceries for them. Like, I mean, she uses her points. If it's a little bit more than the point, she'll just pay the rest of it. But she'll buy their groceries for them. She does it once or twice a month if she's got the points. She doesn't think anything of it. She's just like, you know, I did okay with my life. You know, I'm set. Like I'm never gonna be hurting for the rest of my life. And she figures that it's just a good thing to do to just give back to the community, because not everybody's okay. She doesn't make any judgments over it. She always asks politely, hey, you know, this is what I'm doing. This is my goal for this year and next year and maybe to the end of my life. And there's no pressure for them to take it either. You know, if they think somebody else should take it, you know, so they've passed it on to the next person before. But my mom will do that. Yeah, she's made a couple cashiers cry doing that. Just because it's not something you expect someone to do. She's not necessarily rich either. Like, this isn't a rich person. This is just somebody who's aware of the fact that they're okay, and it's a Christian thing. She is Christian. You know, like, she doesn't push it on me. She's never pushed it on me. I'm atheist as far as I'm concerned. But I've always appreciated that there's things that they do that...
Hold up. Wait, you're atheist?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I gotta jump off the stream. I don't know if I can.
I just don't hold any beliefs.
I don't know if I could chat with somebody who's an atheist because I am hungry lately.
I respect wisdom where I see wisdom, you know. So it's not like I
just giving you a goof.
Okay, good. Because like I do know the odd person who have been legit mad at me because they didn't understand my reasoning on it.
I will say the only hiccup I have is with Eve. Apparently she told me I'm too huggy.
You are.
And you know what?
Oh, you're fine.
Look.
You're fine.
Look, if you can't stand huggies, I don't know what to say.
All I gotta say is if Eve said that about you, man, talk about pot calling the kettle black.
Exactly, dude, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, well, come on, we were all having some good lovins, and you're gonna sit there and tell me that I'm, come on, come on.
We love Eve though. She's great.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. And you know what, John? I mean, I don't know how you're gonna cross the border, but you come out here and putting your hugs for you too.
I was jealous the whole time though, but you know what? That's okay because you know I've done this thing with my mom where every month I'm trying to set a little bit of money aside. Just because I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. You know, maybe someday we'll have an even bigger meeting where we have Monkey there and Satsu there and Scribe there and
whoa.
Like a big one. Like a big one. You know, like maybe get Sinatra there. Maybe get you know, like a big something. I don't know. But
I mean, Mrs. Monkey, that'd be cool. She sounds nice, but Monkey, I don't know.
Well, we'd have to. Oh God, that would be so amazing. I wouldn't do that, but I would troll. I would joke. You know what? A troll is just joking with someone, so you don't actually have to do it. But you know, put it out there that when we go to visit Monkey, we'll all have stairs on our shirts. And tongue bird, you know, buttering the turtle cave quote.
Whoa. Okay.
Maybe not. But at least the stairs. Or a slinky. He doesn't have a slinky. That man does not have a slinky.
I don't have a slinky.
I know. But if anybody on the internet should have a slinky, Ranking Monkey should have a slinky. Because you know what you use a slinky for, right?
Well, yeah, you can test the stairs with it.
Right?
You straighten it out. Like
you straighten it out.
Alright, Egon. Settle down there.
That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, a nice mashup of YouTube peoples would be fun. I don't know how well it would be, but yeah, no, it'd be fun.
Yeah, no, I mean it's one of those things where they brought it up a couple times in the past, but like it now that Lords is gone, I don't know. We might have to bully them. At least we know Satsu and Sinatra aren't too far off from each other. It's just I don't know a lot about Cleveland, but I hear not so many good things. So,
well, the river that runs through Cleveland caught fire once.
Yeah. It's as a Canadian, I don't want to judge another country. It's just I don't really want to go to places that I don't really have a lot of confidence in, you know? Because I'm a sweet, nice, naive Canadian girl who speaks her mind, and I'm coming up to station.
I think my alarm just told me that it's time for third dinner.
Oh yeah,
oh dear. Oh, Weibo.
Because I met a hobbit.
You know, she could do that for her next character. For if she does another RPG stream, she could go as a hobbit. You know, you just got to get some fake fur and just, you know, put it on your feet because they have furry feet. And
doesn't need furry. But I will say I'm not gonna goof around. She has plenty of belts to show that she's quite efficient in the butt kickery. So
Oh yeah.
Let's give Weebs her just dues.
I'm still gonna point out to her that furry feet would be funny. I think she'd enjoy that
it's
because
not
she is the 20-meter long penis girl.
Weebo, but please shave your feet. Okay.
Shave your feet before you kick Adam's ass. Yeah.
Yeah. Please, before you kick my ass, make sure your feet are quite shaved. Maybe waxed, but definitely shaved.
See, I got this picturing of Weebo finding like some kind of shag fur looking stuff that she'll make into like probably on a sandal, honestly. That'd be more comfortable anyway. Just put it on a sandal so it looks like it's covering the top of the foot. And...
my ass with chunkless? Yeah, don't. Never mind.
What furry chunkless? Heck, she could even like put onto Crocs if she wanted to. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Doesn't have to be accurate.
I'm just imagining. You ever see Kung Fu Hustle with the landlords? Yeah, the Lion War. That's fucking Weebo. I'm not fucking kidding you, peoples. This lady will fucking kick your ass 2 times over on Sunday.
See,
I was there on that Sunday, and she kicked my ass 2 times.
See, I'm not offering her these suggestions to be mean. I'm offering these suggestions because I know that she gets my sense of humor. I totally do get that she gets my sense of humor because it's one of those things where it's not meant to be an insult to say that kind of stuff. I knew girls, super pretty girls, for some reason like to dress up in something weird or funny every once in a while just because it's funny. Nobody expects it, or they should actually expect it. You know, like I was talking to her the other week about how if I'd been a little bit quicker on the ball, I would have made a Wendigo costume, like something more realistic to a Wendigo. Because my dad used to keep skulls, like that. You know, he used to hunt, so every once in a while he would find bone pieces, and he would keep them if they were cool. You know, so you know, he would put them in the lawn as like, you know, lawn features. So like, you know, if he found a full deer skull, you know, he kept a couple of those. Well, he's sold them now. But I was like, well, a Wendigo costume is a deer skull, and it should have antlers. It should have a decent set of antlers. So if you find one that doesn't have them, you should just find antlers and put them on. And the Wendigo has fangs. It's not just a deer skull; it's a deer skull with fangs. So I was like, well, I could do that. Like, you know, just buy some of that plaster that you can just bake, and yeah, I could easily glue those on as fangs and paint them so they look, you know, like what Quiz is doing right now. I could easily do that. Sorry, it's not too different. And then I was like, okay, so then I've got this skull all made up. All I really need is a cloak, and honest to God, you just need a black cloak. So black cloth, easy enough. I could even go like ghetto cheap and just buy some cheap black sheets. They'd probably be more comfortable anyway, just because they breathe better. And then you just sew that in or glue it in. You know, you've got cloth glue, or you can sew it. And then I would just need a decent staff, something that looks like, you know, it's got like knobs on it, so it looks like old and ancient. And that's not hard to do. My dad's actually got one I could borrow. And totally, I would have just crept up onto the screen like a creepy ass like ghost thing, like, you know, only to pull off my mask and be like, oh yeah, I'm actually just a normal person, you know, like. Average.
How did that go again?
I don't know. trying to make creepy like ghost lady sounds. Yeah, Baba sounds. I don't know. But with a Wendigo.
Well, guys, with that though, I think we will wind down everything. You saw me building some orcs and painting bikes and stuff like that. I'm gonna have a lot more orcs coming. I went and trolled around some some secondhand sites and got a whole bunch. So got a lot more models to paint. I'm not going anywhere, but yeah, it's 8 o'clock and I gotta be up in 4 o'clock in the morning. So I think it's about time we close the zoo. Be sure to watch tomorrow where Skep Tock is the host. But yeah, the zoo's closed. Take care, everyone.
We on quiz.